Hey guys, Brian with Indie Zombies and Indiana's Paintball Group. Today we got a special little treat. We do a little tech show. This is a Generation 4 Bob Long Intimidator, otherwise known as the Infamous Intimidator. Buddy gave this to me today to kind of clean up, get it tuned in, and he said there's no leaks on it. Raise this up just a hair. It says no leaks on it, so hopefully we won't have to do any repairs, just general maintenance. And since there are no leaks on it, I'm not going to get into, tearing apart the clamshell, getting into the barbs and all that good jazz. But we are going to give it a good once over. Show you basic maintenance of a Gen 4 Timmy. Bolt's definitely seen better days. First thing we're going to do is remove that bolt and the ram cap. Get that ram out of there. Slid right out. Hater sauce all over it. If you're local to the Indiana area, you'll understand Hoosiers love putting hater sauce in everything. Oh my God, this guy does not want to come off. Alright, get the grips on this one. Oh wow, this LPR is in there. Normally, I do not like putting tools on parts, but this guy is not coming out. He is seized up. Do it carefully. There we go. This is our LPR. Go ahead and do the regulator as well. Alright. So now, basically, there's really not a whole lot into this thing now. I'm going to swab through here, make sure the breech is nice and cleaned out. Trigger doesn't feel like it's sticking any, so we may just leave that alone. Alright. Push this off to the side for right now. First things first, we'll go easy. We'll clean off this ram. Get all this old gunk off of it. Get close up of my pretty hands. Bumper looks pretty good. O-rings actually look like they're in good shape. They're not bleeding out on me or anything like that. I do know the previous owner of this gun, so I'm sure it's well maintained. Alright, that's all cleaned. Inspected the O-rings. Didn't see any nicks, any cuts. Another way you can tell if an O-ring is going bad is when you rub it on you, it'll make a black mark on you. So that's when you know it's time to clean it. What I'm going to do is I usually don't use lube on intimidators like this because it's open, dust getting in there, gets in the grease, and it really gums it up. So I just use a little bit of Tri-Flow, just a very little bit. Little goes a long way. I'll take that, rub it on that one, rub it on that one. That's good. You don't want it too... Excuse me, I had a phone call that came in and completely stopped my recording. So we're left off at putting the ram back in here. That part's done. We'll go ahead and put the ram cap back on just to get parts out of the way, the easy stuff. Try to clean up this bolt a little bit. Don't know how well I'm going to be able to clean it up. Yeah, we'll use this for some cleaner because it is a... rub it around. She's an old bolt, but she'll last forever. Check out the bolts, O-rings. That is a 015 O-ring. I know this by heart. I have owned many Intimidators. Alright, put the bolt back in. Find where your little notch is on your ram. Stick your bolt in there. There we go. Found it. Always know you can find it. You know your pin's in the right place. You can feel it pushing on the poppet. So, alright, put that off to the side again. High pressure regulator. Thank God it came kind of right apart. Oh, that figures. Alright, we get to take this guy apart now. Big Allen key up top. Very big Allen key up top, but not that big apparently. There we go. See if I can get a grip on this. Oh, whew. She was on there. Take a peek inside there. Looks pretty clean. Pop this bad boy out. Oh, she's stiff. Push out the piston valve. There we go. Here's our piston valve, or a piston for a regulator. Careful not to drop. Apparently I'm very popular today. People keep calling my cell phone, which is totally screwing this video up. So hopefully with the magic of editing, I can make this all work. But like I was saying, you know, don't lose the order that your shim stack goes into. You'll notice that these shims are beveled. There is only one order you can put them in. If you're holding the piston up like this, bevel down, and then you just rotate back and forth until you're done. I like to use Dowel 33 on my regulators. I like to use a lot. There. This is your reg seat. Always important to take a look at that. Make sure it's not too damaged or anything like that. Sometimes if they are, you can flip them over and reuse the other side, and it'll last you a lot longer. So we're going to put, you see there's a little O-ring in there. What I like to do when there's O-rings like that the piston guides through, I put a little on here when I shove it through, because it'll lubricate that O-ring in there. So we'll put our mid block back in there. Wipe off all this extra grease, can't grab anything. Put our top hat back on. We're going to do a reg reset, and I'll show you what I do with these. So we're not going to put that back on the gun just yet. Alright, now it's time for this bad boy. And she is on there good. Normally when you clean out the regulator, or the LPR, you don't have to take the whole thing out. But this one was not having it. There's really no good spot to grab on this. Oh my gosh. This would be awesome if this would just go. So, we're going to have to break another rule of mine. This is not going to go, and this needs to be done. Get something to protect the paint. That's all I needed. Alright, these are very similar to HPRs. Little spring. There is an order that these go into. Clean your spring off. At this point you can put back in your set screw. I'm leaving it, it's not being pushed in very far because, like I said, I'm going to do a reg reset. Leave it about there. Put that bad boy back on there. The reg seat, the adjuster pushes on this little pin right here, which then pushes pressure on this spring. And you got a little... Well, happy to get another phone call. This time the wife. I'm never going to get this video done. Alright, so in there, as you see the piston, grab some needle nose, kind of just get in there, pull it out. There's your piston. There's a little like Schrader valve in there. You generally never have to take that out unless you're having leaking issues. Okay, clean the gunk off this. And now we got to pause. Wife's home. Okay, so let's finish this video up. So here's the piston. Again, check your O-rings. They look good. We will put some lube on those. Wife and children are home now. This back down, a little beveled in. Presses against the pin. Just like that. Screw it back on the front. Alright. Let's see what a regulator is testing at. Alright, looks like the regulator is right around 275, which is way too high. Oops. Push it in some. Oh, I hate these old CP regs. Or ASAs. Okay, now let's see where we're at. I usually like to set about 180, 200 starting off. Alright, so we're right about 200. That's a good starting point. We're getting some leaks coming out of the macro line. We're going to turn this off. Loosen this out. My little homemade reg tester. Alright, ahead and hook back up the regulator. Give her some air. As you see, LPR is turned off. We're going to turn it up to put about 80 and see where that puts us at. Okay, next part is tune it in. Back. Now we're gonna put some air in it, shoot it, get some chrono readings, see where we're shooting at. I'm using some redemption, shooting at a 685 1-piece CP. Should shoot pretty halfway decent. Alright, shooting, that's a good sign. Some chronos. Ooh, that's a touchy trigger. .234. 221. Alright, we're a little low. Seem to be maintaining about 70 psi on the LPR. You can see that. We'll put that up to 80. We will increase the HPR just by a tad. Take a couple of shots. 249, 247, 244, 236, 240. Okay, well, we're being consistent, so that's good. So we can probably leave the LPR alone. Basically, what you're looking for when you're adjusting the LPR is consistency on shots. And now to achieve my velocity, I'm going to adjust my high pressure regulator a little bit more. And if I see difference in consistency again, I will adjust the LPR some more. Looking at we're at 283, 268, 263, 259, 285. So we're getting some jumps. There we go. And that's how we adjust. That's how we maintain and adjust a Bob Long Infamous Intimidator. Thanks, guys.